That last episode was so bad that I thought the future of the TMNT cartoon on Nick would look pretty bleak. Not really, as that's a bit exaggerated. Instead, we get something awesome this time around. Hi folks, this is Double RPG here, where I present to you another episodic review of the Ninja Turtles cartoon on Nickelodeon. There are no wannabe lame heroes like the Pulverizer terrorizing the episode this time around, as we see more of a true experience to what the story of this show is all about. We finally learn of the Krang's true goal with what they are trying to do. But what is it that they're trying to do? Well, you'll just have to watch the review and listen to my 2 cents to find out. Enter Episode 17, TCRI. Episode 17 starts out with our heroes chasing after the Krang, who are on a helicopter with the power cell that they got back from the previous episode. The Turtles chase them down with the detachable buggy from Episode 10, and their frantic chase ended with no luck, as they are halted by an alley's dead end. Without any leads as to where the Krang are truly at, Leo tells his brothers that they must go find Leatherhead to know where the Krang exactly are. Much to Donnie being hesitant because of the Mutant Croc's habit of grabbing the tech guru's head when it is enraged. Either way, they arrive to where he is, and Donnie's luck with the beast is not any better. Poor guy is being treated like a ragdoll with that grip of his. After a little scuffle to calm him down, Leatherhead begins to relax as soon as he truly sees the Turtles beyond his rage. The Turtles tell him that the power cell has been taken back by the Krang, and Leatherhead grabs Don's head in bitter rage once again. Somebody better get witness protection for Donna. Oh wait, that wouldn't even work, would it? Anyway, Leatherhead explains as long as they have the power cell, they will do everything they can to bring anything from their dimension onto planet Earth. And yes, as you might have guessed, their homeworld is Dimension X. Leo and the others ask where they might be located, and he gives them a hint to show a logo of their location. It kind of looks like the Olympics. Speaking of which, Mikey keeps bringing up the idea that the Krang are hiding out from there, much to Donnie getting annoyed even when Splinter comes in to take a guess. Splinter tells Donatello to calm down as he must try to remember. Donnie does so, but it doesn't take too long to know the location. He takes Leo and the others up to the surface, and they learn that the hexagonal symbol originates from the TCRI building, saying that it was there all this time and they didn't even realize it. Makes sense. Back at the lair, Donnie works on some explosives to destroy the portal to Dimension X, while Leo works with April and Splinter to learn where it is kept, based on a blueprint of the building that April received. In order to get to where the Turtles and Leatherhead need to go, they come up with a plan where April comes in the building to deliver a package to the Krang, and then our heroes will make it all the way to the top. This all goes according to plan when April arrives in the building, where we discover— Holy hell! That woman is back? You remember her? Okay, that's enough. Gosh, that creepy look of hers just gives me the creeps. Seriously! Anyway, April makes her escape while Leatherhead pops out of the elevator to fight off the Krang while the Turtles climb to the top. Along the way, they fight against Krang from within the elevator shaft and on top of the ride itself. As they take down the Krang droids, they use a head from one of the robots to act as a retinal scanner for their access to the top floor. They make their way to the 40th floor, and it proves to be a risky move. The elevator opens to where it floods the room with poison gas, to which it knocks our heroes out. Oh man! As you would have guessed, our heroes are held prisoner while the Krang continue to try and activate the portal. However, this doesn't stop Leo and the others from trying to break free while holding their breath after knowing that the Krang want to mutate the planet with the help of their own kind from Dimension X. Very typical, if you ask me. They break free and have a fight with the Krang so that they can find a way to release the poison gas outside of the building to where they can be able to breathe once more. The risk paid off, but the portal activates to where it sends one of the Krang's top generals to cause chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, meet General Tragg. If you remember from the 1987 cartoon, he's this guy. A fight between the Turtles and Tragg commences, and our heroes manage to get the upper hand against him after some difficult tactics were pulled, but the Stone Warrior keeps on coming. Thinking there is no other way to bring him down, Leatherhead comes in to go mano-a-mano against Tragg, and he throws him to the portal in hopes the bomb attached to him will destroy him and the portal together. As the bomb detonates from the bag that Leo attaches on Tragg, the portal and the rock soldier show no signs of being destroyed. They think that the mission has gone sour as the portal is about to bring in another being from Dimension X, but Leatherhead bids farewell as he sends himself and Tragg back into the Krang's home world. The Turtles learn that they did everything they could from this point, and they escape out of the TCRI building and back to their home. Splinter and April welcome back their friends despite them feeling down about Leatherhead's sacrifice. But Mikey cheers them up when he shows them that he has a piece of the Krang tech, which happens to be a data storage device that contains all the information about what the Krang are planning. Time is taken for Donnie to decode the device, and April continues to wonder why the Krang wants her father, despite him being a psychologist with no knowledge on the type of science that the Krang use. However, Donnie calls forth everyone to notify them that Dr. Kirby O'Neill wasn't the Krang's target, as he shows them on his computer. Thanks to the help of Metalhead in decoding the storage device, they see pictures of April O'Neil on Donnie's computer screen. They all realize that April is their true target, and that her father is being held as a hostage, since she isn't in their possession. After coming to this revelation towards this part of the Krang's mission, episode 17 ends off with a chilling cliffhanger that makes one wish for more. As you can see, this does a complete reparation of the horrid episode from before, as it gives us canonical evidence as to what to expect in the future of the show. Before we close, let's get the good and bad out of the way, okay? Those big highlights come in and range from the TCRI building mission to some of the comedic gags that ran in the episode. The whole mission for the Turtles going into the TCRI building was quite a doozy, as they ended up sneaking in at first, getting captured second, then trying to accomplish their mission third, and aborting the mission for something that couldn't be done immediately fourth. Sometimes, it's like watching a spy movie or playing a Metal Gear game where it offers that kind of structure in the story. The action was pretty good, but I feel like the constant fighting against the Krang to where the Turtles have the upper hand tends to get very boring, for knowing who comes out on top more than the other. But the whole thing where they got captured by the poison gas and being contained was a complete turnaround for the aliens, since they usually get beaten all the time. Another great thing about the episode is when our heroes try to learn about the TCRI building, at first. Michelangelo kept insisting that the symbol houses the Olympics, and it irritates Donnie to the point where Splinter has that same guess, and it bugs the tech guru even further before backtracking his temperamental behavior. Also, the bit where he hums the Olympics theme while climbing the elevator just cracked me up, since he couldn't even let go of the joke. I swear it is like they immediately made him more awesome with his comedic gags than what he originally did from the beginning. The more I see stuff like this, the more I like Michelangelo in the show as I did in the 1987 cartoon. Now, I know I said it before, but doing this only adds more respect to that aspect in the franchise. Probably the biggest moment is the cliffhanger at the end of the episode. We never thought that April's father being the Krang's target was a complete ruse, and that his daughter was their primary objective. I guess there may have been some cohesive evidence based on that Krang droid from her school a couple episodes back, but since we didn't see anything that gave any predictable hints, caught me off guard. It may have not caught you guys off guard, but it certainly did for me, since we didn't see any giveaways in prior episodes. If there was something I had to nitpick, it would be that the action became more of an afterthought in the episode when the Turtles fight against the Krang. They usually tear the droids into pieces to where the aliens slip away, but it's like the combat wasn't that riveting as the past episodes. It's one of those points where it is fun, but in short spurts as you wish for more story than just combat. Don't get me wrong, I like the action in this episode, from the elevator fight to chasing the Krang at the beginning. But it's like that the story with the Krang's true motives start taking more priority over action this time around. While the fight with Tragg was awesome, I can't say the same about his character design. It almost looks like one of the Stone Generals of Yaddle from the 2007 movie. Any of their designs would have been good enough for Tragg's design in this show. We know he is made of stone, but his character design almost looks stocky and less creative. He actually looked great in the 1987 cartoon with some of those caricatures within his design, like the army hat, badge, and belt. This, on the other hand, I cannot sing any praise towards. At least he can spew lava, which is pretty cool. Other than that, episode 17 does complete justice for the show. I still admit that this story arc with the Krang was far more riveting than what we have seen with them by far. I can only imagine it being a matter of time before they join forces with the Shredder to fight off against Splinter and his students to cause an all-out war between the enemy Union and the good guys. I'm very interested in seeing how far this story goes based on the intriguing outcomes we have seen by far. I have to give this episode a 9 out of 10. It has really great promise, but nothing extremely riveting to call it a masterpiece. You guys definitely need to see this, as it'll only leave you begging for more story to take full effect. Hi 3 Turtle fans, my review of this episode has reached its climax. Thus we have to wait and see what happens in the next episode, called Cockroach Terminator. This episode will be nothing but filler. As we know, filler is usually hard to please everyone, but does this upcoming episode prove to be fun for once? I guess we'll have to see for ourselves. Oh, and be ready, because Terminator references are inbound for episode 18. If you like what you see, be sure to rate and favorite this video, as well as leaving your positive and negative feedback in the comments below. Oh, and hit that subscribe button while you're at it if you want to see more reviews coming from yours truly. This is RRPG signing off, and I'll catch you later. Oh, and by the way, Since the next episode has Terminator references, I promise I won't make any Schwarzenegger quotes in it, but I will sign off with his most famous quote in the franchise. Hasta la vista, baby.